Welcome, friends. A good 450 days for us. Third Utpatthi Prakaranam. We are in the 14th SARGA, Brahma Pratipadanam. May our these efforts, continuous efforts, the efforts we put till it happens, make it happen. What should happen is the doubtless clear intellectual conviction about two things, that everything is Brahman, there is nothing other than Brahman. This one intellectual conviction. Second, this intellectual conviction will help only when we experience it through the required outer and inner sadhanas. In these two intellectual convictions, may we become perfect. May the divine guide us, may we be available for the guidance and blessings of the divine, the gurus, the acharyas, the shastras, the satsanga. May this most beautiful opportunity of human life, Sanatana Dharma Janma, Bharatavarsha Janma, availability of Guru, things almost convenience conducive. May this most beautiful occasion be fully utilized by us, consciously utilized by us, well planned way utilized by us, utilized to the extent possible with the abilities possible, even sometimes trying little aggressively, taking calculative risks. The whole idea is go not away from this track of Tattva Shravanavagahana Nirdharana, then Tattva Dhyananubhuti and Nishtha. Tattva Shravana, listening, Tattva Avagahana, understanding, Tattva Nirdharana, convincing. Then Tattva Dhyana, meditating on the self, Tattvanubhava, experiencing the self, Tattva Nishtha, establishing in that experience. No second thought in our life. Whatever our extrovertednesses are there, because of ignorances, delusions, vasanas, may we transcend every one of them. Let us enjoy our Adhyatmika sadhana million times more than our worldly samsara. And let us enjoy the Siddhi also spiritual. Friends, beautiful topic we are studying from Mantra 67. We will see 20 are there in this particular Sarga. Few more we will study, maybe 7, 8 of them. Okay, let us start. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetavastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. Om Parabrahmane SHRUTIMAATRE Samasta Brahma Vidyacharibhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Shri Vasishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Veda Vyasa Vamadeva Naradadi Brahma Vidyacharibhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Rupanugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayanoktha ब्रह्मात्मैक्य मोदेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च तस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे मुक्त्यर्थं करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। ओम तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यत्संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदे साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं ब्रह्म प्रतिपादनं नाम चतुर्दश सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Friends, the subject we are studying, the context we are studying now and forever, whenever we study any of the Tattva Shastras, Moksha Shastras, Atma Shastras, Upanishad Shastras, Vedanta Shastras, Brahma Shastras is only one. Ki what you are and what you are seeing, all of that forever is the Brahman only. In that state of realizing Brahman, nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nowhere to go. Yet you are in bliss. Everything, anything other than that Brahman, taken as the world of names and forms, taken as the seer of the world yourself in the Upadhi, all of that is not real as you see. Now, to bring this to our notice only, all these Siddhantas are told, all Prakriyas are told, almost in all Moksha Shastras, by all the Tattva Gurus to their disciples. Here too, in the last few Sargas, Sri Vaashishtha ji tried to tell us how that Brahman alone always is there. It alone, the Satswarupa, it alone is Chitswarupa, it alone is Chidabhasa Swarupa, it alone is Shakti Yukta, Swayambhu Swarupa. See the earlier Sarga, Swayambhu Utpatthi Prakaranam. Then from that Shakti Yukta Paramatma called now as Swayambhu, how the entire Mahatattva's, Ahankara, Tanmatras, Panchamahabhutas, their combination of Rupanama went on subsequently Kalpita. All that Prakriya is told. And we have to listen carefully, think carefully, understand it. And understand it that in this way, the Jagat which we see now is projected and given a status of reality to such an extent that the reality is not seen. This is half the battle. The remaining half battle is revert the path in the same way, that keep on merging the effects in the causes, the grosses in the subtles, and reach out to the subtlemost, the Brahma Tattva. That is the Mukti. That is the Ananda Anubhuti. That's where we have to reach back to. So, this is how it happened, what it has not to be happened. Now, what should happen is revert back and reach back. All Shastras say that only. So, here also, in the earlier portions, the Prakriyas were explained. Therefore, the final conclusion is change your Drushti from Ajnana Moha to the Drushti of newly gained Jnana. Keep on seeing from the Jnana Drushti. Slowly, you will realize that the Jnana Drushti is correct. And what is Jnana Drushti? Brahma Satyam Jagada Mithya. Jiva Brahma Eva Na Aparaha. Brahman alone is reality. The entire Jagat may be having Vyavaharika Satta, etc., but still it is not real, final, therefore it is Mithya. What about me, sir? The Jiva? Jiva is Brahma Eva. Jiva has two aspects in him. The Satchid aspect of Paramatma Tattva, the Upadhi aspect of the Narayana, the Prakriti or Maya or Kalpana. When Jiva gives this Upadhis to the Maya or the Prakriti, which is Kalpita, he identifies himself with Brahma Tattva, his journey is over. Jivaha, the me, is Brahma Eva, na apara. So, an ignorant person in the Brahman sees Jiva Jagateshwara, the wise person in the Jiva Jagateshwara sees the Brahman. Grasp this Vedantic essence. An ignorant person sees, the abhushanas, ornaments in the gold. The wise person sees the gold in the ornaments. The ignorant person, having seen the abhushanas in the gold, one forgets the gold, second gives reality to the abhushana, which is name and form, three goes on suffering because those names and forms are unstable, perishable, they come and go. The wise person sees the birthless, changeless, deathless gold, the Brahman, and on that the projected ornaments he plays, knowing that it's only a play, and for the play, all these Rupanama ornaments and their utilization in various parts of the body is only Kalpita. So to Jivan Mukta knows everything is Brahman, and on that Brahman, the Kalpita Rupanama, the Kalpita individuality is playing the Kalpita play of variety of relativity. Like a dream, like a movie, like a stage play. Is it not all Kalpita? The characters, the dialogues, the relativity, all of that play is going on. So to the whole thing is only Leela. Adhisthana is one Brahman. Strengthen this intellectual knowledge. Keep on doing that practice. And slowly, slowly do that practice so subtler that a moment happens in us that detachment, dissociation from the Kalpita Rupanama happens, and at once the Adhisthana is realized. 24 hours keep on practicing. Whether you see an animal, a bird, a plant, an insect, whatever you see, Chaitanya, Satta playing in that way. Keep on doing that practice like a pagal, like a bhakta pagal does it. What the bhakta pagal does? Everything is my Krishna, my Hanuman, my Rama, my Shiva, my mother only. He, like a pagal, he does it. Then really he sees Paramatma only everywhere. And truly, for him, everything is Bhagavan Maya. No, the Gopikas do that, the Hanumanjis do that, the Naradas do that, the Bhaktas like Prahlada do that. So to the entire world of stupid, ignorant jivas, do the practice of the variety of Rupanama and then reality to them. They are doing the ignorance practice. Let us do the wisdom practice. They are doing the practice of that which binds. Let's do the practice of that which liberates. They are doing the illusory practice. Let us do reality practice. Finally, let them realize the Mithya Jagat as real and get bound there. Let us realize the Adhisthana Brahman and get liberated. Huh? Without listening, this information will not come. Without thinking, this knowledge will not come. Without practicing, the Anubhuti will not come. Without Anubhuti, the Sarvam Brahma, the Jagat Jiva Mithyatva will not go away. Then the Jiva getting bound in the Jagat also will not go away. Think. Think with cool, calm, quiet, but active, alert mind. Let that thinking sink that knowledge in the heart. Then take up. As we are seeing, the most important, profound topic in Gita morning, let that Moha Kalila from our Buddhi go away. Let us get the Nirveda towards Shrotavya Shruti. Let our Buddhi become established in that one truth, freed from all its earlier delusions because of listening and seeing multiple things shown by others, said by others, and giving reality to them. Shruti Pratipannate Yadasta Sati Nischala Samadhavachara Buddhi Tada Yoga Mamapsis. This we are going to study next 2 days in our morning Gita. So, what we are studying in Vedanta Upanishads, Vedanta Prakaranas, the Vedanta Smriti Granthas like Gita. See, daily 2 Shruti we are studying, Shvetashvara Mandu. 2 Smriti we are studying, Gita and Yoga Vaashishtha. This is Smriti Grantha. 1 Purana we are studying, the Skanda. Then the Prakarana Grantha 1 we are studying. All that study is aimed at convincingly bringing this Siddhanta Jnana to us, encouraging, inspiring us to do sadhana, so that doubtlessly we experience the doubtlessly existing reality and have freedom from, doubtless freedom from, the world being unreal. So nothing to be gained, nothing to lost. Play if you want. Beautiful mantras, friends. From this, as we seen few of them, let us continue. I am doing it from the 67th mantra of 14th Sarga. Om Atha Chaturdasha Sarga Brahma Pratipadanam. Okay. What is it? Swayam astam gate bahye swajnanadudita chitihi swayam jadeshu jadyena padam saushuptamagata. So, swajnanat udita chiti. Two things. When I try to realize who am I reach to the Chit Swarupa Brahman. Or when I realize the Chit, it will be realized as Swa, the self only. In this way, Atma Swarupa Chit or Chit Swarupa Atma is realized. What will happen? Astangate Bahya. Then everything which was felt to be other than us, Bahya, that sense of otherness with everything goes away. Then all the other things which were other than me, known by me, and because they are known by me, I am consciousness, the knower, the known are Jada. All that Jadam, Swayam, Jadeshu Jadyena Padam, Saushuptamagata. Along with the words, the Jadata goes into Sushupti, goes into dissolution, goes into oblivion. Then there is no Jada, Drishya, nor I am the Drashta only of that Jada Drishya. There is only one Chaitanya Paramatma, and that is me. So, Swayam Jadeshu Jadyena Padam Saushuptam Agata. That's what we have to achieve. So that self which was so far described, Chit Swarupa, Sat Swarupa, realize it. And to make us focus on that only, all that which we are involved in today is proved to be mithya. Therefore, don't involve in the mithya. No, search for the reality, establish in the reality, and by consequence, a coincidence or default, that Sadhya Vastu in which we are told to establish in has got all that bliss which we want, all that infinitude which we want, all the freedom which we want, all the eternality which we want, eternity. मजेदार बात है ना. जिस चीज का हम खोज में है वो आत्मा पाओ उसमें मिल जाता. फाइंड द आत्मवस्तु. सी स्वयं अस्तंगते बाह्ये स्वज्ञानादुदिता चितिः स्वयं जडेषु जाड्येन फलम सौषुप्तम आगता. All the jadata goes into sushupti, the oblivion. Where is jada? Everything is me only. You remember, even nidra, we are aware of it. The total nascence absence. That's why we are able to wake up and say that I slept, there was nothing. Awareness was there to certify the nothingness. So therefore, whether the nothingness of nidra is there, whether the subtleness of the swapna is there, whether the grossness of the jagrata is there, is the awareness there or not every moment? To become aware of the sthula, sukshma and avidya. See? And where is that awareness? Everywhere. Therefore, awareness alone is there. If you become aware of aware, the sthula, sukshma, karana, which were the projected out of not seeing awareness, they dissolve. Because I am not aware of the awareness, that these sthula, sukshma, karana are playing the play. And there is no questions to be asked or answered about why. Realize the awareness, release yourself from the sthula sukshma karana bandhana. That's it. The question asking the why question asking mind intellect should be shut down with its questions. There's nothing to ask, realize Brahman, that's it. But why the Brahman has appeared as sthula sukshma karana? The answer is it never appeared. You only saw. You have to answer it, not someone else. And then you can't answer. That's the answer. That it's an ignorance. अज्ञान से हुआ बस, ज्ञान से अज्ञान सहित अज्ञान जनित मोह को पार करो, बस खत्म बात. Very sublime, very beautiful. Next, स्वयं स्पंदितया स्पंदी चित्वात् चिति महानभः चित्प्रकाश प्रकाशो हि जगदस्ति च नास्ति च. तो स्वयं स्पंदितया स्पंदी चित्वात् चिति महानभः. The pure consciousness, Sat Swarupa, infinite consciousness in its own spandana with its own Shakti, appearing both as Chittakasha, Bhutakasha. Further to project the Chitta Jagat of Vrittis, Bhuta Jagat of Vastus. Point 1. Point 2. Now from here onwards, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 जो एग्जाम्पल्स दे रहे हैं या 14. So beautiful it is. अगर इन बातों को समझ पाए या इनके द्वारा what Vaashishtha ji wants to say, if we can grasp it, we have climbed one more stair, one more floor, one more padav level. Listen one by one. He says, Chit prakasha prakasho hi jagat asti cha nasti cha. See? Chit prakasha prakasho hi jagat. See? Chit is there. What is it? Naijam or Swarupa Prakasha only. So the Chit and Prakasha, are they two? No. In the same way, the Jagat is as much one with the Chit like the Prakasha of the Chit. Other than that, independently, Jagat Nasti Eva. That is why, listen this one thought 1,000 times. That where I am seeing pot, there alone is mud there. Never the mud became pot. It is in my ajnana. I am seeing the mud as pot. I change my drishti from ajnana to jnana. Where out of ajnana I was seeing the mud, there alone I will find the mud. This much is Vedanta. The whole thing is nothing but Chit, nothing but the Atma, nothing but Brahman. Where can be anything else other than it? See, that subtle understanding is not there. Therefore, in the grass there is Vyavahara, in the grass there is some reflected happiness. हमको उसी में मजा आता हुआ उसको पाने के लिए परमात्मा को भी त्यागने के लिए तैयार और उसको पाने के लिए बड़े बड़े दुखों को भी बंधनों को भी झेलने को तैयार है ना. It's like somebody said, with hunter you hit yourself 30 times, I will give you 200 rupees. So to get 200 rupees, we hit ourselves with the hunter 20 times, then that 200 rupees you spend only in getting medicine to apply to it. किसी ने कहा आपको 20 करोड़ का मार खाओ 200 या 500 देंगे. So to believe this world of drip and pharma is real, get attached to it, ragadvesha, and run to get it, and you will get little reflected pleasure of 200-500 rupees. And we are running for that world like getting beaten by the hunter just to get some reflected happiness. Example, I liked it, whether it's understood by you or not. कोड़ी के लिए हम कोड़ी का मार खा रहे. Yeah. Because we didn't know that there's a treasure of bliss is there in Brahman, which is me already. Just try to feel if we raise ourselves to that level, how it looks like. Oh, objects of the world, people of the world. What sukha you can give to me? You are stupid, you are mithya to me. The whole sukha is in me only as Brahman. I will realize it. I just kick you out of my vicinity and vision and pursuit. इमेजिन अगर दिमाग में ऐसा ज्ञान बैठ गया और वाकई हमने पूरे जगत को लात मार दी और परमात्मा को पाया. इमेजिन किस तरह का मजाल, what type of joy we will have. Think, if to think only if it is giving such a courage, such a happiness, if we truly do that, not only with things, beings of the world, even with our own Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya koshas, even with our Vijnanamaya kosha, even with Aham. Oh, small Aham Jiva with Upadhi. What small pleasures you are getting. With the Shabda Sparsha Rasagandha, Lanat on you. As Brahman, there is infinite bliss. Therefore, O ego, here now I am kicking you, there I am merging in infinite Brahman. Therefore, I am not the ego with Upadhis. I am Nirupadhika Brahman. I am Nirupadhika Brahman. I am Nirupadhika Brahman. I am Sat Brahma, not the Sat appearing as Rupanama. I am Chit Brahma, not the Chit illuminated Rupanama. I am not that. I am this. करते जाओ till the last ignorance, not delusion, last vasana also eliminated. Like the last Britisher is kicked out of country and we got the total freedom. Think. Like this, no continuous things. Chidakashaika shunyatvam jagadasti cha nasti cha. Listen carefully. Chid akasha eka shunyatvam jagat. This way jagat asti. Other than that, independently jagat nasti. So akasha in its shunyata, as much they cannot be separated, so too the chit and jagat are not separated. है ना? Chit and Akasha, Akasha and Shunyata, as much they are one, the entire Jagat is Brahman only, Chit only. In that way, Jagat is Asti. Minus the Chita, it is Nasti. Like the Shunyata cannot be without Akasha. So, Chita नामक आकाश का शून्यता ही जगत है. मीन्स आकाश चित है तो आकाश की शून्यता ही जगत है. आकाश है शून्य मीन्स स्पेस विच accommodates. जैसा संबंध आकाश और शून्य का है उसी तरह चित्त और जगत का. So if you say chit is akasha, the akasha shunyata is jagat. So chit and jagat are that way related as akasha and shunyata. Next few examples when you listen, picture becomes little more clear. Next one. Chidaloka maharupam jagadasti cha nasti cha. In the same way. Chit aloka maharupam jagat asti cha nasti cha. Chit is Surya Bhagavan. And Surya Aloka is Prakasha. As much relation is there with Surya and Prakasha, inseparable, so much the Chit and Jagat. Remember, where you are seeing Jagat is actually you are seeing Chit only, calling it as Jagat. So Aloka and Maharupa, the sun and its light. As much they are inseparable, Chit and Jagat are same. In that way, Jagat asti, otherwise Jagat nasti eva. 2. Now the next one is Chinmaruta Parispando Jagadasti cha Nasti cha. Marut, the Vayu, and its Spandana, its continuous movement. Can there be Vayu without movement? Is that movement can exist without Vayu? How much close they are? You can't call Vayu and Spandana as two, though two words are used. So too, if Chid is the Vayu, its Spandana is Jagat. If Chid is the Surya, its Prakasha is Jagat. If Chid is Akasha, its Shunyata is Jagat. That way. Practice it. So much so practice that the Jagat is never taken as separate from Chit. And Rupanam of the Jagat are just Kalpita. And Satyata given. We understand and accept it as Kalpita, say it's not Satya independently. In the form of Jagat, what is there is Chit Brahma only. Keep on practicing it. Come what may, let the whole world laugh at us. Let the whole world say, no, the Rupanama is real, let us indulge in it. You just tell them, no, our Guru, our Shastras have told this, they told us to practice this, I am practicing it. And Vaki, with that outer practice, when the mind is quieted, with a quiet mind, when you look within, the Chit is realized. Then you see, you other than that, where is Buddhi, where is Mana, where are Indriyas, where is Sharira, where is the outer Jagat of Shabda Sparsha Rasagandha? Hare, kidhar hai? When you take a idol made of a brass, let us say, of Rama, where is the Kirita of Rama other than brass? Where is the face of Rama? Where is Dhanubana? Where is the Sharira of Rama? Where is the dress of Rama? Where are Avaranas of Rama? Where are Khada of Rama other than that brass or silver or gold? Brass I told because silver and gold become very costly. You will ask me, so why brass? If I tell gold, you will ask me, कहाँ है gold idol? वो महंगा हो गया इसलिए एग्जाम्पल के लिए भी मुश्किल है वो. तो brass is okay and I have brass only. राम there. है ना? दिख रहा है कि नहीं? ये देखो राम लक्ष्मण सीता. हाँ. श्री रामा जय रामा. ध्यान से देखो. If that idol, Dhanu is there, Bana is there, Abhaya Mudra is there on the hand, Kirita is there. Why? Where are they? Everything is brass. So to see the sun. Where is the sun? It is Satchid only. See the Akasha. Where is Akasha? It is Satchid only. See the Vayu. Where is the Vayu? It is Satchid only. See the Pahad. Where is the Pahad? Satchid only. See the ocean or river. Where is it? See the tree. Where is it? Hare, everywhere Satchit is there. Make that drishti strong like that. Like dishonesty, corruption, I made my drishti. Therefore, I see everywhere that opportunity and do it. And the other fellow is Honesty and non-corruption is the drushti developed. Therefore, he only focuses on to be non-corruptly, honestly doing the work. एक ने ऐसी दृष्टि बनाए, दूसरे दृष्टि बनाए. Second दृष्टि is always good. That when I am honest and non-corrupt, good for me to the world and world. So too, I am mistrained, misguided by my so-called teachers, my own so-called parents, and everybody. That this Jagat is real, you are real, you have to possess the Jagat, you indulge in it. That is the only Paramartha of the life. That's what I am misguided by all. What else can they guide me? Because they are lost in that only. The Gadha can teach me how to bow the weight, how to make a sound like donkey, and how to kick. Because Gadha knows only that. So to the world of people, including our own near and dear gurus, relatives, gurus mean the teachers, the parents, they teach us only what they know, what they are living. They don't even know that what they are living and telling is wrong. Only the Sadguru, living the Sadvastu, teaches us Sadvidya about the Sadvastu. That's in Satsang with the help of Sat Shastra. In fact, the entire world of our friends, relatives, parents, family members just are cheating us only by misguiding us, giving us, telling us the world as real. Now don't blame them. They are not cheating. They are telling what they know. You help yourself. Go to the Sadguru and tell them like Rama. The Dasharatji, Kaushalyaji, everybody is telling. बेटा राज करो युवराज बनो अच्छी तरह खाना है खाओ भाइयों के साथ खेलो. He was told, he says, what is nonsense? All my parents are teaching wrong. No, I cannot fight with them because I am in a difficult, different Rama avatar. It's better to keep quiet. He just kept quiet, waiting for the time to come. Lo, the Vaashishtha ji came, then from him he is listening Sadvastu. Vaashishtha ji, so kind. He is telling also, Rama, what you are saying is Brahman. This whole Jagat is Chit only. As much as Surya and Surya Prakasha. Hana? As much as the Akasha and Shunyata. And other examples, as much as the wind and its spandana. They are not two, bhai. So to Jagat is never separate other than Brahman. Clear? Now the next examples. Then Chinmaruta Parispando Jagat Asti na Asti cha. If Chit is Maruta, its Spandana is Jagat. Maruta and Spandana are not two, Chit and Jagat are not two, inasmuch as Jagat is never separate from Chit. Jagat can never exist without Chitta. Chit is without its own change within itself, playing the play of Jagat through its Maya Shakti, Chamatkara Shakti. Next one example, Chit Ghanadvanta Krishnatvam Jagadasti Chana Astita. Chit Ghanadvanta. If you take the Chit Paramatma as Ghanadvanta, the dark night, Ghana and dark, solid. Dvanta means night. Then Krishnatvam, the blackness of the dark night, is Jagat. Is that blackness separate from the Ghanadvanta? So too, the Jagat is never separate from Brahman. Where are you seeing Jagat, Bhaiya? Everything is Chit only. Right? Where are you seeing snake, Buddha? It's all rope only. नो 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 मेरे को तो सांप दिख रहा है. अरे है नहीं रे बाबा. No, this portion of this particular text unique. This is what the essence of all Vedanta. But the way Vasishtha ji presents here gives us an idea of how to practice the truth. Truth is to be practiced. It is already there. But that practice should eliminate the wrong practice. That's the only thing. Truth has never changed because we wrongly practiced. We have stopped seeing it. And the untruth has never become truth just because we practiced it. But it's binding us. Redo the practice of truth to eliminate the wrong practice of the untruth. Both practices go away. Like one kanta nikalna, other kante ko, then throw both the kanta. Then experience the chitta as yourself. No need to practice. You have that. What practice required? So chit ganadvanta krishnatvam jagadu Asti cha nasti cha. Next one, chit arkaloka divasaha. Jagat asti cha nasti cha. Same. Chit is arka. Then divasaha alokaha is jagat. Chit is Surya Bhagavan and it's aloka which is making divasa. That is jagat. They are never separate. Then chit kajjala rajasthaila panamanur jagat kramaha. And that chit kajjala, kajal. And in that kajal, the small, small paramanus are there. है ना सो सॉफ्ट दैट काजल है ना जब किसी कागज को जलाते हो तो जो पाउडर भस्म बनता है ऑफ इट दी अणुस आर सो सॉफ्ट because the total rupa of it is eaten away by the fire that dust is so soft. So the total kajjala is called Siddha and that Anus Paramanus in that is the Jagat. This only that, that only this. And in both of them, if you ask one, कौन सा reality है? Always Chitta. Okay. Now come the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 examples. Similar. Quickly we browse through and practicing them is your homework. My homework. Next is what? Chidagnaushnyam jagat lekha. Chit agni aushnyam jagat. Chit is agni. And is there the aushnyam independent of the agni? No, that's what is jagat. So if you take the agni as chita, its aushnyam is called jagat. Like the heat cannot exist without the fire, so jagat cannot be without chita. And there are two words only, the agni and ushnata. Underline this point. The fire and its heat are only two words utilized. Otherwise, they are not two things as spoken by words. Agni and aushnyam. है ना? If you call it as agni, can it be cold? By the way you said Agni, it has to be hot only. And if you say an heat, hot thing, can it be without the Agni behind? So too, the Chitta only expressing as the Jagat, Jagat is nothing but Chitta only. So Agni Ushna Sambandha between Chitta and Jagat. So therefore, practice that Jagat is the Chitta only, Paramatma only. And the Rupa Nama are nothing but some play of the Shakti. And they are continuously, constantly changing, whether we see it or not, observe it or not. And they have a purpose for the Lord, for a Leela, for you and a Jiva, sadhakas for sadhana, for other Jivas for their samsara. संसारियों के लिए संसार के लिए साधकों के लिए साधना के लिए परमात्मा के लिए खेल के लिए एंटायर रूप नाम कल्पित है ऑन दैट अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म. So, Chid Jagat Aushnyam, sorry, Chit Agni Aushnyam Jagatu. हो गया एक एग्जाम्पल चिदग्नि औष्ण्यम जगत लेखा देन जगत चित शंख शुक्लता. So the beautiful, the chit is the shankha and the shuklata, the whiteness of that shankha is the jagat. And generally the shankha are said to be in their own pristine white color. And that Chandrama, Dadi Shankha, Tushara Abham, Kshiranava Samudbhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambhor Magada Bhushanam. See that Shankha? So though this Shankha is Chita and its whiteness is Jagat. So Jagat Chit Shankha Shuklata. Jagat क्या है? चित नामक शंख का शुक्लता द सफेदी है. That safedi cannot exist without the support of that shankha. So too the Rupanama Jagat cannot exist without the support of Sat. And remember, the Sat is without any Rupanama and Sat is not an object. Therefore, it is experienced as subject only. It is just me. There is no other way to bring out and put the Chit in front of us, Sat in front of us, and Shobhaya इस तरह होता है. क्योंकि if the Chit is again brought like any object in front, and perceived through the upadhi, then when the upadhi is perceived is not there, it is not there then. And because it is an object, it is jada. And because it is jada, it is perishable. Isn't it? How can the self be object? Simple common sense. Therefore, if somebody asks, show me the self or show me the God, भैया वो object नहीं रहे दिखाने को तो use a subject. You are already that. बस your extrovertedness, your manabuddhi, your wanting to see him also an object is a hindrance for realizing that self. In fact, the upadhi and using of upadhis, when they are transcended, not in nidra, but with full awareness, you see that self, you see that God, you see that divinity. Next one, Jagat Chit Shaila Jataram. है ना? Jagat Chit Shaila Jataram. Chit Shaila. If Chit is Shaila, Shila the mountain, the Jatara is its gufa, is this Jagat. तो पहाड़ चित स्वरूप ब्रह्म है, तो उस पहाड़ का जो गुफा है वही जगत है ना. अग्नि चित स्वरूप ब्रह्म है, तो उष्णता ही उसका जगत है. सो अगर परमात्मा द चित स्वरूप इज द शंख, its शुक्लता द whiteness is the jagat. Next, chit jala dravata jagat. Jala the water, dravata its flow. So too the jala, if it is the conscious chit swarupa brahman, the atman, its flow is jagat. So what is said here? Two words are used for one thing only. That we saw in Mandukya so many times. Are there two things called as mud and pot? Words are two, mud and pot. But are the objects two? Only one. And which object is real if it is one? Which is always there, that is real. So mud was there before the shape is given. When the shape is broken, that time also mud. If the box say, in between when you give it a shape and call it a spot, that time also in and through that you calling pot, nothing but mud alone is there. See that? So too, the entire Brahman was before, will be later. In between, in the form of Jagat, what you are saying, zarre zarre pe, kone kone pe, in that world which you see, is nothing but that Satchit Brahman only. See how much the ignorance is taught to us on the name of Vidya from so many lives, that it has become such a strong, strong impression that we don't want to give it up and take up the knowledge of the self. है ना? जैसे गंदे बुरे आदत वाले बच्चों से मिलकर, if your children, grandchildren are spoiled because of your unaware, once you realize it and try to set them, how impossible it becomes. हो गया. नेक्स्ट वन यू सी 72 हो गया. 73 चित जगत इक्षु माधुर्यम. सी चित सॉरी जगत चिद इक्षु माधुर्यम. जगत क्या है? चिद इक्षु माधुर्यम. इफ द चित इज इक्षु द शुगर केन, माधुर्यम इट्स मधुरता स्वीटनेस इज द जगत. है ना? द शुगर केन एंड द स्वीटनेस ऑफ इट, they are not two. Two words are used. So too, Jagat, Jagat is Ikshu, its Madhuryam is the Jagat. What a beautiful explanation, na? Example. So therefore, nowhere to go to see the self. What you are seeing is all the time self only, Brahman only, Sat only. बस गलत प्रैक्टिस गलत फहमी हुआ, अब सही समझ से सही प्रैक्टिस करो. Inside you. What is Vedanta? Start refusing and rejecting to accept any Rupanama as real, and start accepting every Rupanam as nothing but Paramatma only. Inside yourself. बाहर किसी को नहीं दिखना. Like some people, outside they have house like a झोपड़पट्टी, but inside they have AC, they have wall coolers, electronic gadgets, करोड़ों रुपए के सामान होते. बाहर से दिखने वालों को दिखते नहीं. Isn't it? The India में the so-called Tamilians, लुंगी पहन के एक भस्म लगा के पाँव के माथे पे, they look to be such a people of no money, And look at their bank balance, crore hote. And whereas the Delhi Punjabi fellows, they act as if they have so much of money, and whatever money have, they have already spent in acting. कुछ नहीं है पीछे. you know, अकाउंट है बैंक का लेकिन बैलेंस नहीं है उसमें. गड्डी है कार, बट पेट्रोल नहीं है. पैसे क्यों नहीं है पेट्रोल के लिए? yeah, interesting point. Wonderful coat they have, but they can't wear because उसका आयरनिंग करने के लिए पैसे नहीं है. नाटक. The other side is what? They appear to be have nothing but करोड़ों रुपए दिए है उनके पास. चेन्नई इज द रिचेस्ट प्लेस इन इंडिया. है ना. मुंबई मुंबई हम सोचते हैं. But those people don't appear only. ऐसे साइकिल में जाएंगे वहां 10 रुपए का इडली दे इट. We think जे बेचारे. Nothing. So to outside let nobody know, but inside do the practice. That sarvam chinmayam. Don't say I'm seeing lamp. I'm seeing Chit Brahma in the Rupanam of the lamp for this Vyavahara. Don't say I'm seeing the curtain or the wall. I'm seeing the Chit Brahma only in this form. Don't look at others because they don't know this knowledge. They don't need this abhyasa. They think they are happy with taking the world as real and living in it as jiva. We are not happy. We want to realize the reality and get liberated. From here, the jiva bhava, there Rupanama. केवल अभ्यास. You know, एवं निरंतराभ्यस्ता ब्रह्मैवास्मिति वासना हरत्य विद्या निक्षेपान विक्षेपान रोगानिव रसाय. Like the medicine cures the disease, sarvam brahma medicine removes the disease that there is something other than Brahman called as Rupanamaatmaka Jagat. In the same way, chit kshira snigdhata jagat. See, if the chit is kshira, the milk, the snigdhata, the cream in that is jagat. So to jagat चित हिम शीतत्व. अगर चित हिम है तो उसका शीतलता ही जगत है. देन चित ज्वाला ज्वलनम जगत. The fire is chit and its burning power is the jagat only. In that way, 6 more examples are there. Revel them tomorrow and few more mantras. Wonderful. Let's study them tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyarma Sri Ramachandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. Dhanyavad. A great, great text we are blessed to study. I to fully believe, accept. And I am grateful to Guru God who are giving this opportunity. Come, let us do yoga. Taravali 2-3 shlokas.